Often during troubleshooting or after commissioning a project, it might be necessary to make minor updates to the logic and/or variables in the project. If the PLC mode switch is in the run position, or if we simply want to avoid any interruption to the PLC scan, the online editing feature is the way to go. This feature allows the user to edit logic, create certain types of variables, and much more. To use this feature, we first must be online with the PLC and the CPU must be in run mode. The mode switch position does not matter, as online edits work with the mode switch in both the stop and run positions. To begin online editing, we can select the Start Online Editing button in the upper left corner, or we can go to Online, Start Online Editing. Once we have done this, we can make changes to the logic, we can add or delete global or local variables, and we can even edit multiple programs or tasks simultaneously. Note that the logic row numbers change color when we are in online editing mode. Any logic that has been modified but not written to the CPU will be highlighted. This is true for the ladder logic or structured text programming languages. The sequential function chart and instruction list programming languages do not support online editing. Let's swap the test4 and test2 variables in the logic and create a global variable called online test. These changes are only present in the software since we haven't sent them to the CPU yet. It is important to note that during this time, the logic monitoring will not function accurately, as the changes we have made are not yet in the CPU. If we are happy with our changes and ready to send them, we can click the Write Modified Program button in the upper left corner, or we can go to Online, Write Modified Program. The software then checks the modified project and, if there is no error, transfers the project to the CPU without going into stop mode or interrupting the CPU scan. If there are any errors, the software displays them in the Check Program window in the lower right corner of the software. These errors will need to be addressed prior to the project being written to the CPU. If we have made edits and decide we don't want to keep them, we can click the End Online Editing button in the upper left corner, or go to Online, End Online Editing. Let's swap Test 2 and Test 4 back to their original places, but rather than writing the edits to the CPU, we will select End Online Editing. This will bring up a warning to tell us that not all changes made were written to the CPU. If we have done this accidentally, we can click No. If we do want to cancel all online changes, then we can click Yes. If we have already written the changes to the project, then clicking the End Online Editing button will simply take us out of online editing mode.